Dunia. If you are new here, kindly subscribe, push notifications, like and share. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. I do this for myself and you all, first of all, obviously. So, on today's episode, I'll be talking about customer service. Are customers always right? And it's a very, very sensitive issue, but it's quite relative. There are principles and things that we can actually do to make sure that business is done smoothly. The most important thing is not whether the customer is right or the vendor is right, it is that a deal or an agreement or a business is done the way it was agreed for it to be done. Yes, things happen, like situations or whatever. Life happens sometimes, and the unexpected or the unforeseen comes to play. But it still doesn't mean that we should lose out or we should stop being human beings or we should not conduct that business to the end. Now, this is one thing I know for sure. Customers are not always right, but yes, they are right because, like, as the business owner, as the vendor, you're supposed to be able to tolerate and manage them to the end of the deal because you have it's the win and loss is mostly on the vendor side. Like the customers will come be rude to you, be offended, the transfer of aggression, they're already angry from somewhere or something, and they will shout at you. It doesn't mean you should shout back. It doesn't mean that also you should lose yourself or lose your composure or or allow someone to get into your space so much. So it's a situation that you have to actually think, be fast, and be wise about it. The good thing is most of these things happen over and over again, so you can be able to use an experience of one event to be able to tackle another one. So let me just get right to it. I feel like yes, customers are not always right, but it is up to the business owner, the management, or whatever to try as much as possible to curtail whatever situation comes at them. So customers can be, customers are human beings, the vendors are human beings too. Sometimes people shout not because of the situation at hand, it's practically because of what they carry at heart, the burden they carry. If someone is already pissed, his wife has already gotten him upset, his boss has already gotten him upset, and his in your face to maybe collect their stuff or whatever, and you're giving them excuses. Of course, they'll be angry and they may want to transfer their aggression. But as a business owner or as a business administrative, you need to understand where people come from. This is the same person I spoke to yesterday. He was quite calm and all that, and today he's been aggressive. What you need to do now is just normal psychology. You don't approach the people the way they approach you. You try as much as possible to be jovial. Like you can turn it to play, or as quick as possible, you just try to communicate with the person that okay, oh, this is how it is, this is how it is. It's not a good time for me to. And people need to understand that being humane is more important than any other thing because yes, someone gives you a right to kill them. Would you kill them? No. The law will not say okay because the person got you upset, you have a right to kill them. Tolerance is just one very important aspect of being of living in life because people will come at you. People want to even joke, play pranks and all that. And it may be wrong times for you, but it doesn't mean that, you have to lose your mind and or lose yourself. Yeah. So you first one of the first things to do when there are issues like this with customers is you have to understand what the problem is. Secondly, you don't just talk, like you don't just talk because you want to talk. You have to know, like you have to have the right things to say to that person because that person probably just wants to be heard. The aggression, the attitude and everything is probably just because yes, the person feels okay, the person feels infringed. Allow me to use the word. So you need to find a way to help the person to feel better first of all. Secondly, if you have complaints, excuses or whatever, usually they are best you serve those excuses before the person makes effort to start looking for you. Yeah, we get it wrong sometimes as vendors in that area because I mean you may also be going through a lot or you're overwhelmed by whatever situation that you have on ground. But communication to all these people matters a lot, and we all need help. Sometimes as vendors, no matter how much you try, you may not be able to explain it to these people. So the second point is having a good structure, being able to say, okay, I have a PR person, I have a human relationship, human, is this human HR, HR, yeah, that deals with issues like that. So that's what they come to work to do every day. It is not you, the business owner, it is not you, the vendor, because you may want to be working or you may have a whole lot of other issues to deal with at that point in time. So you're not even the right person to talk to the customer. You get, so there wouldn't be way forward. Yes, also you, in as much as you are supposed to be tolerant, you would not want to allow anybody to abuse you. So in between, you have to stand up for yourself, but be polite. you know like, okay, you are shouting at us and you are disturbing other customers, sir. We don't tolerate that over here. you know Refunds can be very, very, very tricky. I won't lie. I've tried to offer refunds to people at different points in time, and some get irritated. Some get proud to tell you now and they don't want their money, they want their stock back. But for God's sake, you're at a business. The relationship you have, between the bond you have with that business, is the money you give. And if your service cannot be provided, and there's no way forward, I think there's no harm offering refund or just giving refunds so that let peace thrive. No business, personally, I would never want to give anybody a refund because probably I've already used the money. you know I've already started doing the order, so refunding them puts me at a loss. Imagine doing a bespoke order rather, for someone with specifications, size and everything, and now you have to refund them and you've already started doing the job. You bought a fabric that was specific to what they want. Like, you bought a fabric that, for instance, someone tell you sell voile or you sell article material, and someone comes to you to say, okay, I want Gizna, and you went and bought that Gizna because of them, and now there's trouble. You don't want to refund them because you've already gotten the Gizna. you know so it can quite be, it still goes down to communication, being able to relate with these people, talk to them in ways that they will understand. Sometimes the best thing to do actually is to let the whole thing slide and let everybody cool off. But then you cannot send the customer out of your space. So that's where you need to also find a way. Sometimes refreshment, entertainment. Sometimes show them, like, you just have to be very creative and innovative, because I can't tell you the exact way to deal with people's temper. So you just have to look at the person's personality, figure out a way. That's why one of the reasons and one of the important things to do in business is to have the yin yang thing, have a balance of the males and the females in your space. I used to only work with guys, like a lot of guys, and trust me now that there are problems that guys cannot solve. You need a woman there. There are problems that women cannot solve. You need a man there. So balancing up with the structure is also very, very important. And this is quite a wide topic and a sensitive one at that. So, but from the everybody has a role to play. I mean, when situations get tough, everybody has a role. The vendor, the customer, and even the middleman. Sometimes the best thing to do now is to find someone that you both mutually respect, to be able to say, okay, but then even involving other people like a third party in issues like this are not wise. But I'm just saying, sometimes that's why you have the police, that's why you have the lawyers, that's why you have the authority. They are meant to intervene in situations that get complicated. So that, I think that should make the third point, that you shouldn't just carry or shoulder everything on your head. You should learn to be able to say, okay, this one don't pass my power. Let me take it to someone that can be able to intervene, someone that can be able to help us solve this issue amicably. Yeah, from as a business owner and a vendor, I will tell you, I've had a whole lot of bad experiences from customers. People bring their family problems and just dump it on you and leave. And you have to deal with it, because you also have your own ish. They come with their own ish. But you can't give up or you can't lose yourself because of the negativity that others bring to you. So it gets complicated, but that's just how life is. Problem doesn't finish. You have to show strength. You have to, sometimes what will help you to go through situations is the fact that you know where you're heading to. You have a goal to you have a goal to hit. You have targets that you need to meet, and you wouldn't want to allow anybody to get you distracted. I think I'll have to just do a part two to this video because it's like 2 a.m. in the morning, and of course, as a creator, there isn't like a set time for you to do what you have to do. You get inspired, or you just want to utilize the time that you have, so that it's already Monday, right? So I actually need to be productive on, like, in the morning, in early hours of or later today, and I wouldn't want to use this whole time to be talking and talking and talking and talking. So please kindly subscribe if you haven't, share, like, and leave a comment. I know definitely you'd have one thing or the other to add before we do the part two or the other side of the video. Thanks for watching till the end. God bless you.